Marie, and I am so grateful to be here. I'm here to give you the Astrological Weekly Rundown as I adjust my camera here. Let me make sure that you can see me, all of me, and what's going on here. As I wait for a few people to come on in, I just want to say hello and remind you that I have a wonderful book. The Signs, an astrological memoir I'd love for you to purchase. Please go on and do that thing here. I'd really appreciate it. The bottom line is that there is no link at the bottom of this video in the description box, but please go to my website at wordlifeastrology.com. That's wordlifeastrology.com. And on the bottom of the home page, you'll see the book standing you right in your face. It's only 20 bucks, people. It's only $20. So go on and get your book. It is a memoir, basically. I know you guys, people who come in here all the time, have heard me say this, but it is a memoir, particular stories of my life that have to do with the energy of each particular sign. I like the way it reads, and I want you to get something out of it. So please go on and get that thing. Wordlifeastrology.com is where you can find the book, okay? I pray that everybody is doing well. While people are rolling in, there is a reminder of our 5th annual Word Life Astrology Retreat going down in Mount Shasta, September 7th through the 11th of this year. I'd love for you to be there. It's almost full. And honestly, we're just going to have a handful of people there this time around. So I want you to sign up and come with us. When I tell you, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's me, it's just angels, guides, or all the above, or the people that come. But we attract some beautiful, good-hearted folks that remain communal throughout the entire year. So if you're looking for a tribe, at the very least, come to Mount Shasta with us, okay? Again, you can go to wordlifeastrology.com. That's wordlifeastrology.com, and go in the retreat section, and you'll be able to sign up for our 5th annual Word Life Astrology Retreat. Hello to all the former Village Hut people and the current Village Hut people. It is on and popping. We started last week or 2 weeks ago, and I'm so excited. We have another Zoom class tomorrow. I'd love for you to get into the 3rd incarnation of the Village, so stay on deck to see when that will be announced, all right? Hello to all the folks rolling on in. Let me take a minute to say hello to Jay Walker and Tension, my favorite Scorpio. What's up? What's up, April? How are you? What's going on, Desiree and Tamara? Hi, Celeste. My mama's in here. What's going on, Chelsea and Jenny A? Alyssa's here. Malika. Hello, happy love day to all of you. Kamasita Perez, what's happening, sweetie pie? And Kimberly Hudson is here. Oh, I'm so happy to see all of y'all. Just roll on in. Ann Wiseman, you was waiting for me? Here I is. Please let people know that we are on. I'd appreciate that. Happy love day to you. I'm not a big Valentine's Day kind of person, to be quite honest with you. Y'all, to be truthful with you, I just believe it's a whole nother scheme and pagan situation to grab our money. So I try to celebrate love each and every day. So in any case, this is my prayer to you. And I said it on Instagram, that you find the love. Whoa, here's Mystic chilling on my lap. That you find the love that you deserve. You deserve, and you find the love that is indicative and reflective of your particular heart and soul. Okay, that's for you. That's my prayer for you on this day. Since there's so much energy resonating around love, I'm calling out that love vibration for you and me, and that we understand love to the point where we receive what it is that we need for our souls, for our heart, for our incarnation, not what everybody else deems to be important or what everybody else believes love is. I think we all have our really true definition of love for us. So subscribe to that, and I pray that that answer finds you, that love finds you. Ashe, aho, Ann Weissman. All right, excuse me. Let's get started on the week, and then I'd love to do one or two readings with you, but I want to do something special since today is that love day situation. We can do a general love situation. We're going to switch it up today, and if you would give me your sun sign and your rising sign and your moon sign for yourself and possibly for your partner, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign, or at the very freaking least, just their sun sign. So if you have your sun, moon, and rise and their sun sign, I'd like to do a quick little synastry read for one or two people today, okay? That sounds fun. We can get some new information out there in the ethers. I'd appreciate that if you put a little thumbs up. Let me know that y'all are listening. Can you like the video or say yes, y'all. I don't know what y'all doing. What y'all doing out there in the world? Okay. There's a couple of different shifts that's happening this week. First of all, by the way, rewind selector, wondering how Jupiter and Uranus treated you last week. That's a wonder. That's a true wonder how Uranus and Jupiter treated you last week. There was one or two people that I really appreciated them dropping some comments in regards to what changed in their lives, any surprises that came up for them. I tell you, for me, I got two invitations to do two symposiums, so to speak, virtual, of course. That one was supposed to be physical, but it got switched to something virtual, and I'll be making announcements about that. But that kind of came out of the blue because a sister wants to go around the world and around the country for sure and get on the speaker circuit. So I'm doing my best to transition and parlay in that position. And look at God. God gave me two opportunities to do that. I am so in love with the Creator. I am so in love with my angels and my guides. And that's how Uranus and Jupiter showed up for me last week, giving me surprise opportunities to again shine my light and further. So what happened for you? You can put it in the comment section. You can share with everybody here. I don't care what you do. Just get some of that goodness and positivity on us all, okay? Light to your heart. I want to know what happened. So this week, it's a little bit more of the same. And then, hi B Daddy 87. And then as we go into this next week, there's a little bit more of that, but then there's some additions to that I'd like to put on top of that. So let's get started. I hope some wonderful surprises came for you. Today with this moon in Leo at 6:17 a.m. this morning. Oh, wow. What a beautiful thing. I love when the moon is in Leo, to be quite honest with you, because it is my natal Leo. But it also allows people to be a little bit more generous, a little bit more open, a little bit more festive and celebratory in their own way. A little prideful, but Leo energy has a very interesting way of showing up definitely with pride and as bright as the sun because the ruler of Leo is the sun. However, it can be misunderstood very much, very often is what I'm saying. So I have 4,000 thoughts going in my mind at one time and wondering what street to take. Let me take this one. In the next 3 days from now until Wednesday, the moon will be in Leo. And if you're in a space in which your emotions are begging for you to be understood, to be recognized, to be to perform, if you are begging for someone to give you the love on this love day in which you think you deserve, Leo energy is tricky in that it won't ask for it. It won't show that I need you, that I want you, that I appreciate this love energy that's coming for me. I'm saying all of this for a reason, not just for Leo people, but for the vibration of today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. And especially today being Love Day and being Valentine's Day. And if you are that person that takes part in it and you'll be spending time with somebody who's special today or your girlfriends or whatever, know that you may sit at the table. You may lay up in bed. You may be in a position in which they don't speak their entire feelings. With the moon in Leo, to be quite honest with you, and this is not a negative thing, but I'm doing my best to show you where to go with this. With the moon in Leo, people have a way of holding back their feelings, of protecting their feelings, and for people to see them wounded. So if your connection feels a little weird, it feels a little wonky, find a way to get to people. Find a way to meet them where they're at. Find a way to either make them laugh, just show up with a hug, show up with their best drink, show up with their best candy. The bottom line, although that's Valentine's staple, but the bottom line is find a way to get to their heart so they can express who they are. Because the love energy in Leo today, especially as it grows to this full moon, will start to swell in a space where it's not going to share energy, it's not going to share information, but very well will stand in its trifleness and stand in its brat shit. As the moon grows and swells to become full, we can increasingly become a brat about any situation, because that's how Leo moon energy puts itself out there. Are y'all following me, even though you're not commenting a lot? This is very, very important. I'm doing my best to set you up for tonight and for tomorrow. Leo energy, moon and Leo energy wants to put the shine on all things that are good and all things that are full of love and children and goddamn cupcakes, things that are delightful and creative. Understand this, when you get off that mark today or tomorrow or Wednesday, you may meet some type of challenge because that's what's called for. Understand this. I want you to be intuitive about administering how to get to people's heart through this Leo full moon swell. Please do yourself a favor in doing that. Why? Because as we slide into this Pisces season, if you don't do yourself a favor to intuit how you get there, it can cause steam. It can cause a blow up. It can cause, now to my mind, steam feels like unnecessary. Steam is necessary, but think about it like this. It's unnecessary fire. Steam is something that comes at you with the heat and then leaves with nothing. Like there's no tangible kind of like flame. There's no visible flame. There's no, you understand what I'm saying? It can leave you burned up and seared for what? Because you didn't have a way of expressing your feelings. These are downloads. I'm just saying. I hope this makes sense. I hope this makes sense to you. Be easy with people as they grow in this full moon energy. Because all they really, really want to do is express their full selves. And if they don't feel safe and secure in the space in which they're doing it, they can hold it back and increasingly become a brat and expect and demand some things. And then by Wednesday, when that full moon comes, they'll explode. Does this make sense? I hope so. Thank you, Tinjin. On Tuesday, tomorrow, again, the moon will be in Leo, for sure, right? But that moon is going to quincux Mars. So it's going to, there's going to be some irritation in how you move. What I put down here with that moon and Leo quincusing Mars, Mars basically is in Pisces right now. Irritated, no, it's not in Pisces. It's in Capricorn, isn't it? Irritated, yeah, it's in Pisces. Irritated, no, Capricorn. It's irritated and it wants to move slower than desired. Let me start all over. The moon is in, whatchamacallit? The moon is in Leo. Mars is in Pisces. Yes, it is. You know what? Let me check this thing real quick. Because, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little, no. Let me start over. Because I wrote conflicting notes, to be quite honest with you. The moon is in Capricorn. Yeah. The moon is in Capricorn. So, with the moon being in, the moon is in, good God, Leo. So, with the moon being in Leo, Mars being in Capricorn, there's an irritation. Mars going in Capricorn wants you to assert in a way that's necessary, that builds, that goes to the top. With the moon in Leo, it's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me. The moon in Leo says, not only do I have a big heart, not only am I gregarious, not only am I fun, not only am I creative and I show up and I perform, but it really is about me. It's a self-centered space. But it irritates the movement of Capricorn because Capricorn Mars says, no, we're trying to move. We're trying to get to a space in life where we can build for everybody. So if you get into your brat space, it can be an irritation to where you're going. That's the point. And that's tomorrow. And forgive me, y'all, for not writing those notes down properly. It took a minute to kind of readjust. The moon is also quincunxed Venus because that too is in Pisces as well. Irritated because someone is not showing you your value. There you go. Like it feels like all the feels in me right now. And let me tell you what it feels like. For the next 2 days, where's the value? Where's your attention? Is your attention on the next person or is your attention on you? Here's where I'm really, really going. The bottom line is that the only way that you can be loved and valued is if you find that for yourself. If you find that for yourself. And I know it's a fucking meme and I know it seems incredibly obvious, but we forget that. We tend to forget that because oftentimes if we have to continue to remember ourselves, even in our sadness, even in our happiness and trying to make us better and trying to fulfill certain dreams for ourselves, we have to rely, and I should say pay attention to the things that we don't have and pay attention to the things that we fucked up on. And oftentimes that brings back hurt. Even in receiving our love, we have to think, well, why didn't I receive it before? And why can't I love myself? Why didn't I love myself like that before? The bottom line is that we don't ask these questions about us because it brings up the things in which we felt like we lacked. I want y'all to see it all. I want you to see it all. See your value in everything that you do. See your value in everything that you do so you don't be so you're not irritated to move. This is tomorrow. You won't move if you don't see your love. You won't move if you don't see your purpose. You won't move until you see your value. You'll be irritated by your calling and what it is that you need to do because you don't know that you're supposed to be here to do it. Mystic, you got to get down, baby, because you're hurting my feet are hurting. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense, y'all? Oh. Mystic got spayed, y'all. And she have to have this little thing on her neck. And she's so gosh damn cute. But she wants to be by me. At least for the last couple of weeks, or last couple of days. So I gotta switch my legs up. You wanna sit like this? This is interesting. As you are really, really cautious, I'm taking my time today, y'all. I feel real slow. As you are really, really cautious, sit down, honey. About this prideful situation and you doing your best to move forward, knowing that you have to be valued within yourself and as you receive value from everybody else, right? You might be a little cloudy, a little irritated by people not giving that to you on Tuesday. However, on Wednesday, when that full moon comes around, it comes back around. She did get really, really big. She's about 12 pounds now. When we first got her, she was about 8 pounds, maybe 7 to 8 pounds. She's the cutest. Wednesday gives you an opportunity to turn that around and take the funk off. So everything is temporary, right? And I want y'all to know with whatever doubt that you may experience on Tuesday, it'll be fulfilled on Wednesday. Only when you drop the brat. Because the full moon comes around on Wednesday in Leo, right? The full moon is at 11:56 a.m. So here's the deal. In working through full moon energy for Leo and what it is that you need to drop, your certain things that you've been courageous on, certain things that you've been stubborn on, certain things that you've been a brat on and self-centered on, these are the things that you need to allow to fall away. Certain things that you have Leo energy is about expectations that you've had, competition. Oh, Spirit, thank you so much on that. I neglect to tell y'all how competitive Leo energy can be. And what's so interesting about this particular day, right, on Wednesday, and the full moon, I should say, and leaving that competition, is that as we are growing into our higher selves, and as we are evolving through this challenging time, oftentimes we have been programmed, I should say, by all kinds of people, but just the way that the society is built, to be competitive, to hustle, to make your mark. If there is something about you in which you've been pushing too far, too heavy for, just too goddamn much in order to compete with yourself or compete with everybody else, they're asking you in this full moon in Leo to allow that thing to fall away, to fly away, to stop competing with this invisible competitor. To be quite honest with you, you're only in competition with yourself, but to an extent, because we are not in control of everything that we're given. We are not in control of everything that we have been blessed to have and tuck in our hearts, so to speak. We're not in control of it. Pisces says, yo, you have to take your magic of Leo energy that you're leaving behind and that you are adjusting and keeping, and take that and float in a Pisces way, in the most intuitive way possible. And go where you are being shown like steam. But don't burn, just make it known. Just make it beautiful and make it known. And express yourself in the way the steam does. Not necessarily hot, but beautiful and necessary. And just goes in and out. Just flies in and out. I'm losing my words today for some reason. I'm trying to find them. But the beautiful thing about steam is that it happens and it goes through and it leaves a mark where it needs to. The worst thing about it is that you get too close and you examine it too much, you will get burned. That's this analogy of steam with this Leo and Pisces energy today. Okay? I hope this makes sense to y'all, because I'm having a hard time for it making sense to me in a way. Here's the thing about Wednesday though. That full moon energy is in a quincunx to Pluto. So as you're dropping all things stubborn and competitive and things that you demand in your life, that you're so hell-bent and stubborn on receiving, as you're going over your mind and you're saying, I don't need to be so hard-bent on that, and you're dropping all these things and learning and growing through them, know that if you don't, it could be an irritation on some power structures. I think I mentioned this on Instagram, right? Pluto is about power and transformation, about authority, about superiority. So if you're in a space in which, again, you don't drop that ego, you don't drop that pridefulness, you don't drop or allow certain harmful things about this Leo energy to get on you, and you don't leave away, it'll forestall, I should say, it will push up against your power structure, meaning that you will feel either powerless or feel like people have taken your power. I want you to regain your power. I want that shit to come back to you. I want it to come back to you. There's these tests that go around to mark our personality. There's a bunch of questions. They're real cute sometimes. You know, they're online definitely, but they started out in magazines and shit when they ask you, oh, do you like the color purple? And do you like to go to parks, or you like to read books, just to see what type of personality you have or what type of lover you are, whatever. My son was taking that, and it tested him at a particular level that he thought he could be alarmed. And I said to him, don't allow these tests or anybody take your power away from you. You feel healthy, you feel good, you feel normal, in quotes, and all of a sudden you take this standardized bullshit Cosmopolitan magazine test, and now all of a sudden you're a monster, or you're anxiety ridden, or you're not a good boyfriend, or you're not a good girlfriend. I'm saying all of this to say is that on Wednesday, you got to drop some ego things about yourself, some stubbornness about yourself, some standards that you've been living on, so you can see your full potential and take your power back, because it's irritating your Pluto. It's irritating your Pluto and your power to transform. So if you hold on to things that not only are of the past, but you made it about yourself. I'm 69 years old and I go to the gym every day. Okay, that's fine. I'm not knocking people who do that. But maybe it's time for you not to do that. Maybe there's a different way in which your love and expression and creativity and value of self needs to come through, and you don't need to work out anymore because your rotator cuff is starting to threaten that you're about to lose your whole shoulder. The point of the matter is, if you don't drop the ego of needing to be pumped up and look big and bad and cute for whoever, if you don't drop your ego in that, you could hurt yourself. You can hurt the transformation, the natural transformation that you're trying to do, that the universe is trying to bring for you. You understand this? We want to hold on to some old shit because it made us. We want to hold on to what made us bright and beautiful and popular. And it convinced others of how dope we were. Because again, it made us. Because we were sliding high and famous in the 1980s. You understand what I'm saying? But the bottom line is that the slate is clean right now. So you have to reinvent yourself. This full moon in Leo, as it culminates and gets rid of all these things, are begging you to hit up your power. Even though it's making you a little irritated, look through that irritation and see what makes you powerful by reinventing who you are. Does that make sense? You're not pump up dude anymore. You may have lost your muscles. So how dope are you going to be now? You going to be that smell good dude that smokes a pipe? You just gonna be the sexy smell good dude now who's intellectual, not the pump up dude? Reinvent your shit. Again, these are examples. How does that fall into your life? Yo, this thing on Wednesday is a big deal, and I hope I'm not minimizing it. I want y'all to understand that this culmination, and I may have said it all backwards, so please forgive me. I'm looking for my words. I had a very good weekend. Anyway, these moon, the full moon in Leo that's building up is really basically one sentence, allowing you to check your ego so you can again continue to receive all these wonderful accolades and blessings that are coming in, and more importantly, tap into this new season that's coming on us. Right, because Thursday, check this out. Before the Pisces season jumps into play, Jupiter is sextiling Uranus on Thursday. Come on now, eyebrow, exclamation, yeah. Come on. Jupiter sextiling Uranus. So here's the reward after your ego either was tested and you passed, or your ego blew the fuck up and you slightly failed in a sense, but you got the lesson. You understand? The reward after that is on Thursday, when Jupiter sextiles Uranus, and Uranus says, okay, did you make the switch up? Did you reinvent? Did you look at the beauty of that steam that just came through? Uranus is saying, I got surprises for you. And they can very well be favorable with Jupiter sitting next to Jupiter. They can very well be favorable. But do you want that? Have you done the work? Are you showing up bright and ready? Squirrel, I had a thought this morning. I had a serious thought this morning. And I really hope that I can put it in words in which is felt in your heart. I said to myself, say I say, myself says I says myself. I said, self, I'm bored. There are things that are going on in my world right now in which I'm shifting and adjusting and regulating, but I'm bored. And this Leo, and I say bored in a way that society makes these wonderful things trendy and popular, and then all of a sudden they're not anymore. I'm going somewhere with this. I need for y'all to pay attention, to really pay attention. That I'm bored in a sense that there has to be some new innovative thoughts and understanding that's coming through that can help me bust through this ego that's building that says I'm bored and I'm not going to do anything else until I get something that's new and exciting in my life. Now, here comes a new and exciting thing. If you are ready to let go of your ego and open up to it, here comes Jupiter sextiling Uranus on some surprise shit. Here's the opportunities right here. But wait. But wait, I neglected to say that today, on Monday, Mercury goes into Aquarius. Oh shit, here goes the blowout of the boredom. Because like I just said, I'm sitting there going, how can I reinvent? How can I reinvent me? How can I reinvent my business? How can I reinvent all things that are around me without having to be on social media all damn day and all the time, you know? Mercury going to Aquarius will absolutely promote that. Aquarius, Mercury went to Aquarius today, right? Aquarius is all things innovative. Aquarius is unique and independent. In Mercury, the way we think, the way we plan, the way we strategize, when Mercury gets into Aquarius, it's not only about the plan, it's about the successful plan. Mercury in Aquarius will see that thing all the way through, come hook or crook. So if you are bored like myself and need challenges, like Challenges to, not again, reinvent yourself, reinvent your love life, reinvent your family life, reinvent how your home is situated. You understand? Then call on this Mercury in Aquarius, right? And then on Thursday, allow the opportunities to come up in some switch up happenings and some surprises. And by the way, did I say this is how astrology works? They all coincide. Uranus is Aquarius's planet. Boom. So when Uranus, sorry, Mystic, when Uranus is sextile in Jupiter, it absolutely is trying to bring you the things that you are thinking about, the things that are innovative since Mercury is in Aquarius, the things that you are planning. This makes sense? Does this make sense? Sometimes I talk not only in circles, but I try to pinpoint and bring the points back to one another, which confuses a good handful of people. But my students rock with me because they understand the way that I speak. But I'm tying in everything. Y'all understand this? The universe is perfect in this way. This week, drop your ego. Open your heart. Express your wounds so you can receive the surprises and you can receive the magical intuitive powers of Pisces energy. Okay? Because if you don't, as we slide into the sun going into Pisces season on 11:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, if you don't, you could very well find a way to be a victim. Do yourself a favor and check that shit. Every sign has a very unfavorable trait, few of them, and every sign has a couple of favorable traits. The unfavorable trait of Pisces energy can sometimes fall into that victimhood, man. And if you are not on your job and pay attention to the ego, full moon in Leo, that you need to leave, adjust. As we go into Pisces, you may very well get confused, Mercury in Aquarius, and not knowing what that unique idea or plan or innovative reinvention that you need to do for yourself. And you can slide, as we slide into Pisces, into victimhood. Are y'all hearing me? If you do your homework, if you recognize where your ego is just full of it and shit, then you can allow this Pisces energy to intuit where you need to go next. And intuition is as simple as asking the question and waiting for the answer. And when you hear it, move. Believe it and move. Pisces energy is awesome. It's dynamic in its own way. That victimhood thing will allow you to slip back and believe that anything and everything that's happening unfavorable in and around you, don't even have to do with you, is part of you or is your fault, or why are people doing this to me? It's not personal the way this world is. It's not for you. It's not an attack on you the way this world is. I want you to find your way out of that by seeing where we're going. Because just like Pisces can be a victim and get hit by all of this emotional energy right out here, Pisces can absolutely do its best to slide through it. Like a weave, like slide through the weave so none of it touches you. Shape-shifting through situations so it doesn't bother you. So you get stronger as you move through it and it doesn't touch you. Does that make sense to y'all? I really, really hope so. That's the way we handle this Pisces energy that's coming up on us. On Friday, the moon will be in Virgo. Before it's in Virgo, it's in Libra. Y'all get this? I know, Angela. I know it feels like it's personal. I feel like it's personal too. When you look at a person and be like, why'd you do something stupid like that to me? Or why'd you say that? Or why? I feel it's personal too. A lot of times it's us responding from our own trauma, from our own situation, you know? And people say and do shit not because they want to hurt you, it's because they're fucked up. And they don't have any other way of handling it. They don't have any other way of doing it. And if they do, they just want to hurt somebody else. You know that saying, hurt people hurt people, Angie. It's not about you. It's about you moving around them, Pisces energy, to shape shift and get out the way. So whatever they're throwing at you doesn't land on you. And you can forgive them before it even lands or before they even say it. Does this make sense? Y'all listening very intently today, and I appreciate you. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for being here. If you want to come to Mount Shasta with us, September 7th through the 11th, please sign up. The registration is almost closed, and I'd love for you to be there. WordLifeAstrology.com is a place that you can sign up. Go to the retreat section. Yeah. Okay. So I want to make known that on Friday, with the moon being in Libra, until it's in Virgo, the moon being in Libra will promote, and it's really, 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 really quick, to be quite honest with you. Oh, no, no, no. It's going to be in Virgo before it's in Libra. Good God, Sonya. What's wrong with my fucking brain today? The moon will be in Virgo before it's in Libra. When it's in Virgo, it will trine Venus, which is in Capricorn. It'll trine Mars, which is in Capricorn. It'll trine Pluto, which is in Capricorn. That's a big freaking deal. Understand that. Why? Because the sun will be in Pisces. Again, Pisces is all things ethereal, all things victimhood, shape-shifting, old, wise, genius-like. Pisces energy is so fucking genius, but they just don't believe how genius they are. Self-sabotaging is Pisces energy. We'll all become a part of this energy, even if our sun sign is something different. On Friday, though, with the moon being in Virgo, that's an opposite of Pisces energy. So as this Pisces energy is being uplifted and we are being called to be a little bit more connected and intuitive in our own way. The moon, our emotions, is asking that we look for the details, is asking that we look for the perfection, is asking that we look to discriminate some things as we move forward in the bigger picture. It's the weirdest shit. The bottom line is the moon in Virgo says not only are we looking for details, but we're looking for details so we can recognize the value, Venus, so we can get our money, Venus, so we can recognize things are beautiful, Venus. We're looking for the moon in Virgo and its details, even in Pisces energy, to motivate us. The details will help to motivate us. The Mars in Capricorn, the moon in Virgo, its details, even as its opposite Pisces, will trine Pluto to give us our power back. There's so many opportunities this week to feel your power within. It's yours. Don't let people take it. The one sentence that I wrote for this moon in Virgo, trine in Venus, Mars, and Pluto, is focus on the details to locate the reflections of your value, your motivation, and your power. No more wishing you could. Put in hard work and be close enough, and have close attention as you move forward. So the bottom line is, we can't sit back and wish with Jupiter especially and Uranus and these switches and these changes. Oh, this is happening for me. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. But now the moon in Virgo, as it hits these planets, are going, okay, so what you going to do? How you going to add to that? Where you going to cross the T's and dot the I's? Who you going to call? Ghostbusters? How many fucking things you need to get in your life to get it ready, to prepare for? You need to wash your clothes? You need to get a new car? What are the things you need to do? Get your taxes done? Specific things that you need to do in order to build your businesses, live your life, create space for children to come into your life, whatever areas that you know you need the blessings in or the blessings are coming in. That moon in Virgo says, yo, tap in with your power, tap in with your motivation, and tap in with your value as you look for the details, as you pay attention to the details. You're not going to want to do that Friday. You're not going to want to do that with the sun being in Pisces. I'm letting you know right now. Because now it's like, yo, can I just keep my mind on the bigger picture, Pisces style? Can I just keep my mind on all things as a little bit easy and a little bit floaty? You understand? Yes, but at the same time, I need you to pay attention to details if you want to move forward. Make sense to y'all? I pray that you hear this clearly. This is a game-changing week. Why? Because it allows you to utilize integration in the best ways possible, especially in that fire and water shit. Especially with fire and water, with Leo and Pisces, with that steam. It's very, very difficult to execute steam as an expression so it doesn't burn you or anybody else. And it looks pretty, and it does its job. It heats up the room. It exfoliates. I'm just joking. On Saturday, the moon trines Mercury. Have that important conversation, please. Have that important conversation that you need to have on Saturday that will push you through, right? And with it being in Libra, the moon being in Libra Saturday, it's about partnerships. So you're talking to your business partners, your personal partnerships. Who needs to be yelled at? Who needs to be talked to? Who needs to be coerced? Who needs to be manipulated? Who needs to be hugged? Who needs to be given the details and reasons for things that have been done? Honestly, truthfully, that's Saturday. That's the day to do that. It's Friday, sliding into Saturday. And Sunday, when you wake up, possibly maybe you want to whistle while you work. You want to put some, put some muscle into some yard work or whatever, what you should know, because the moon will trine Saturn. So it's a time to get some going. It's a time to create some discipline and some rituals. If you want to start some rituals that day, praying rituals. Yeah. On Sunday, the moon will square Venus as well as it's squaring Mars. So indecisions and the lack of justice will remove your value and your determination. Please don't let it. All right. If that's the day where you can't make up your mind, it's okay not to make up your mind. Just don't let it take you away from the will to want to move and the fact that you know how bomb you are, that value and that worth and that Venus information. Okay. I'm very, very excited to get to this synastry reading. You would think Mercury's in retrograde the way sometimes my lips get tripped up. You know how my brain works sometimes? I have so much to say that it cannot get through my mouth quick enough. So I say all kinds of words and tripped up shit. So here's the deal. If you have your sun, your moon, your rise, and then your partner's sun, I would love to do 1 or 2 reads. Quick little mock little synastry read for you. If you have your sun, your moon, and your rising, and you have their sun, I'd love to do a quick little synastry reading for you. Thank you for all the 45 people that are in here. Oh, look at you, miss. Okay, Inky. Let me see. Look at that. That sun in Cancer, that moon in Taurus, and that rising being in Aquarius. Your rising is in Aquarius, so he sits in your second house. This is what I do, just to let you know, by rules, right? I don't talk too much about your partner because they are not here to defend themselves. If you were ever to book a synastry reading with me, which you can on my website at wordlifeastrology.com. I love doing couples reads, by the way, but they both need to be present because I don't like speaking about somebody else when they're not present. It's like talking behind their back, so to speak. It's unethical, and they're not there to defend themselves. So, Ink, what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna show you that his sun, more than likely, with your rising being in Aquarius, is either in your first or your second house, depending on the degrees. I'm gonna give you 2 examples of each. If he falls in your first house, he shows off for you. He does his best because his sun is sitting in your first house. He shines. He shines the brightest. He wants to make sure that you. Oh, thank you, Jua. I appreciate that. He had them babies. Kiss them babies for me. He wants to make sure that his son, his ego self, his core ability, who he is coming at his best to you and through you. If his sun is in your second house, which it could possibly be, again, depending on the degrees of his sun and the degrees of your rising in your first and your second house. If he's in your second house, his sun shows up to make you money. His sun shows up to make you better because your second house is this house of value and self-worth. So he's come to make you better in the best way possible. I love the fact that your moon in Taurus absolutely resonates with his sun in Pisces. You are a calming source of energy for him. Most people want to rush Pisces people. Most people want to force Pisces energy. Mystic, are you okay? Most people want to force Pisces energy to go at their speed, evolve and become ambitious in the way other people see it. Pisces are on their own time. But because your moon is in Taurus, you can be really, really patient with him. And he needs that. He needs somebody to not only be patient with his speed, his personal speed, but be patient with his emotions. Pisces men, like Cancer men, for sure, emotional sensitive signs. Scorpios are too, but they have a way of protecting it and being kind of like standoffish in a way in which you don't get to see those emotions often. But you can see it on a Pisces man. You can see it on a Cancer man. And with your Taurus moon, sweetie pie, you're able to, from an emotional standpoint, be gentle with him, be careful with him, be understanding with him, be there with him, not make fun of him when he gets in those emotional spaces, and nurture and nourish his heart. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Watch that Aquarius thing sometimes, every now and again, because when you get defensive and you get fearful, you don't want to confront. And he doesn't want to confront neither because he's a Pisces. So y'all can have this weird ass standoff, meaning that you don't get to the heart of the matter of what it is that you're doing or you're feeling or whatever arguments that have come up. You understand what I'm saying? You just stand off and you don't want to hurt them. They don't want to hurt you, but you don't get to the root of it. You don't get to why they're pissing you off and why, they shouldn't do it the next time around and blah, 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 blah. Boundaries and shit. You don't get to that. You just don't want to hurt each other, and then you let the situation kind of fall and go by, and then it builds and you start to resent them later. You get that, sweetie pie? Okay. That's all I'm going to say. What y'all talking about, though? I see some comments in here. I'm so glad you caught me live, Ethel. We about to get off of this thing in a minute. Mina Love is here. Let me see. Your Cancer sun. Wait, hold on. Cancer sun, moon, and rising. Your partner's Capricorn. Ain't that some shit? So he falls or she falls in your 7th house. Possibly, maybe. I'm going to read it from 2 spaces. I'm feeling it's the 7th house. You have Cancer sun, moon, rise, partner is Capricorn sun. Yes, so I'm thinking that your partner is falling in your 7th house. First of all, I love Capricorn energy, especially Capricorn males. They have a way, especially for Cancer women, they have a way of balancing out, because it is an opposition, your energies. Capricorn men work well, or Capricorn people work well for Cancer people. I don't want to assume you're in a heterosexual relationship, but that Capricorn energy is necessary. I like opposites and oppositions, because it's like the seed of one is in the body of the other, and the seed of that is in the body of the other. So Capricorn is very sensitive. It just doesn't show it, but it understands your sensitivity as a Cancer. And Cancer is very ambitious. You just don't know it. Cancer is very shrewd. You just don't know it. And it absolutely embodies the core of who Capricorn is. Capricorn energy is the matriarch, is the patriarch of this society. And Cancer energy is the matriarch. So here you have the mother and the father doing things, executing things, allowing the family to stay in one unit. The family being their friends, their family, their own family. You dig what I'm saying? Their nuclear family. It's a perfect pairing, in my opinion. The thing about it is that with Capricorn energy, I don't know the other planets that he or she has, but you have to remind them to speak to you in a way in which you can hear. Because if they are not speaking from their sensitivity, Capricorn people are. If they're not speaking from their space, and they're speaking from a space in which they just want to get to the mountain, they don't have no time, they just want to be cold, it can shut down Cancer's energy. It can absolutely keep that shell over your head and keep you really blocked off of any emotions that want to come through. But if Capricorn can get and waking up that Cancer energy, or break away that shell and waking up that Cancer energy, Capricorns are the ones that can do it. Out of everybody in the zodiac, Capricorns can do it. They know exactly what you need. So don't hide your ego. I should say, don't get caught in your ego when they want to bring you up out of your shit, Cancer. They can do it. All right, that's small, but that's necessary, I hope. Mina Love. All right, I think that's enough. I don't see anybody. Oh, Monifa. Okay, let me do this one more time. Sun, moon is in Leo. You have a Cancer rising, and your partner's a Scorpio. Okay, I don't want their rise. I just want your rise and see how they affect you. So if your rising is Cancer, and your partner is a Scorpio, your rising is Cancer, partner is a Scorpio, more than likely they fall in your 4th house, is what I'm feeling, or your 5th house. If they fall in your 4th house, sweetie pie, you're very, very comfortable with them at home. They help to build a great home for you, a great foundation for you. They respect elders and ancestors just like you. If they fall in your fifth house, if Scorpio is on your fifth house and they're in your fifth house, they're your love match. They fall in your fifth house of love, children, creativity, and fun. So you get to build with them, create with them, have a lot of fun with them. What's that Scorpio energy though? I mean, the rest of your energy. I want to know how that hooks up. Yeah, I was thinking that. So your Leo energy and that Scorpio energy, that's the challenge, because Leo energy and Scorpio energy is a square. That Cancer and Scorpio connects really, really nicely. You have to go to your heart and soul. You got to go to your emotions when you want to be heard or when your partner wants to be heard. But if both of you stay in your ego and that fixed energy of Scorpio and Leo, you're welcome, Gail. That fixed energy of Scorpio and Leo is present, you're not getting nowhere. Because it's both a stubborn energy. And Scorpio can pop off in the heat of an argument and then get back at you later with that vengefulness. And Leo just wants to devour you in the moment, because it roars and it has no time to come back and think about it, but it will totally dump all of its expression on you. And that will cause an incredible fight. So you have to come out of your fixed energy. When y'all both feel like y'all are standing off, leave. Leave until you open your heart again, until you find the water again. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, that's enough. As we leave on 50 plus minutes. Does that make sense? 726, Mika. I'm sorry, not Mika, Monica. I hope that helps you, sweetie pie. And I hope that helps everybody here. Some information that came from you for you. Happy Love Day to you, Juam. Oh, you're so welcome, sweetie pie. For 6 years? I can't believe it either, sweet Leo. I love you, and I pray your family is doing very, very well. All right. I'm going to get back to these chats a little bit later, but I send you love and I send you light on this beautiful, beautiful day. I hope this information helps you. Hold it, share it, do whatever you need to do in order to make this world a better place for yourself and for other people around you, all right? If it resonates with you, it's possible it will resonate with somebody else. Light to you, light to you, light to you, Mina. Light to you, Kina. Take care of yourself.